Good morning. I am sure that the very first thing you are noticing this morning is this tie. This tie is not only as handsome as I am, maybe even more so, it is also talented. But like me, it's getting old and maybe needs its batteries charged. Good morning. Our beautiful flowers, I would like to thank Sabrina for the last few weeks having flowers for our holiday season. Christmas is Friday. Wow. I'd like to start with a couple of announcements, one announcement. Most of our regular people have been sent a packet this week for our burning bowl ritual, which we will do next Sunday. And in that packet, there's a self-addressed letter to the church that's stamped and a blank envelope and a couple of sheets of paper. And so if you get this letter from Church of the Oaks, you'll know what it is. And if you didn't get one and you're watching, you can still participate in this burning bowl ritual. And I'll tell you all about how to do it next week. But basically, you can be thinking about it. In the burning bowl ritual, we contemplate what it is we'd like to see removed from our life. And we write those things down, maybe some bad habits or maybe some thought processes that no longer serve us well. We write that down on a sheet of paper, and then we light it on fire and put it in the burning bowl. And when you do this at home, it might be the kitchen sink or an old pot or whatever. And then, after you have released that from your life, then we sit down and write ourselves a letter, listing our intentions and our hopes of the things we'd like to see manifested in our lives and taking up that space from what we just removed from our lives. Then we put that in an envelope and we address it to ourselves. Then we seal it. No one's ever going to read it but you, because you're going to put it in another envelope and send it to Church of the Oaks. And in June, I'm going to send them back to you, and you can see how you're doing with your burning bowl intentions. So anyway, that'll be next Sunday, and I hope all of you will participate in that. It's a very meaningful ritual that we've done for several years here at Church of the Oaks. As I think about, this is technically our Christmas Sunday, the Sunday before Christmas. And I think about the very first time I gave a Christmas Sunday talk here. And I remember it very well. It was the Sunday before Christmas in 2001, 19 years ago this Sunday. Oh, I put a lot of work. And I came up with something that I thought at the time was very clever, but very profound. And I'm going to raise that like a phoenix again this year, sort of. I wrapped up a little package and had a couple of people from the congregation pass out what I described as the second best present in the universe for Christmas. And when everybody got them, I had them open them. And what they opened up was this, a hand mirror. And I said, with this second best present ever, look at it and you will be looking at the best present ever. And that, in effect, is all we have to offer this earth, not only at Christmas time, but all the rest of the time as well. is ourselves. And with or without our intention, that is what we share every single day of our lives, is who we are. And maybe this week, between now and the 25th, you can possibly consider what it is you'll be sharing with your friends and family, whether it be on the telephone or Skype or sitting around your dining room table. What are you sharing? When people see you coming, are they saying, oh, here comes old gloom and doom? Same old negative, poor me, gloom and doom dude. Or do they say, here comes somebody that always seems to be looking for the bright side, always has something joyful to say, it's always positive. And what you do as you live your life, you influence and affect other people's lives. I don't know how to explain this any better than that. What you say, what you do to people. You know, Eleanor Roosevelt said, people may not remember what you do, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. And we, all of us, share ourselves with our fellow human beings and our universe every moment as we interact with those human beings and with that universe. I think about my own life. Yes, I can be uplifting and sunny and caring and compassionate and empathetic and loving and sweet. But I've heard me be a real jerk from time to time as well. I think we could all spend this time of Noel giving some real thought to what we share. What's the gift we're offering as we celebrate the birth of this man, Jesus, the Christ child, who was very intent on getting people to follow just a few simple guidelines. Love one another. Be kind to each other. Have compassion for each other. Don't judge one another. Cast your light, cast your Christ consciousness out into the universe amongst your fellow men. For the last 15 years, I guess, I have been playing music. That's one of the ways that I feel good about serving my community. I, along with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other people, depending on who's available, for the last 15 years, play music at least 5 days a month, sometimes more, for the Council on Aging day programs, day respite programs throughout the county. Up until the COVID shelter in place, we played in Sonoma and Sebastopol, Santa Rosa, Oakmont, and Healdsburg. And once in a while, we did things at the Council on Aging headquarters over by Target in downtown on South Santa Rosa Avenue. And since the COVID virus has stopped the day meetings, we now, at least once a month, meet at Church of the Roses, and we do a Zoom concert, at least once and sometimes twice a month. And I think about the people involved with the Council on Aging And there's a reason that I have played music and entertained, put on a little show for the last 15 years. It's because in doing so, I come in contact with what I call the magic of humanity. You know, the Council on Aging has some wonderful volunteers and staff. The work they do in this county is just the Meals on Wheels, the day programs, the legal aid, all kinds of services that they offer to the aged in our county and their families. But that's only half of the equation. You see, all the people that get the Meals on Wheels and listen to the day programs and call there for help, the Council on Aging and their staff and their volunteers are serving, but the other people are accepting that service. And when that happens, that's when that magic happens. That's when the love happens, the flow back and forth, the compassion and the love and the gratitude and it all, that's the magic. And I have yet to see, in 15 years of participating, I've yet to experience one time when I didn't feel that magic, that joy of sharing back and forth. And it doesn't make any difference if you're giving or receiving. It's the magic of giving and receiving in love and gratitude. To me, that's Christmas. I'm going to encourage each of you, look in a mirror, look at that wonderful gift that you have, that magical gift to create the flow backwards and forwards of love, to share your light of serving, your light of acceptance, your light of gratitude with the entire world. I hope all of you experience great magic this Christmas. A lot of things are going to be different this year. Our world has changed, has transformed. I hope that we have a bit as well. But when you bring your love and you share it and you accept the love of others, whether it's over the telephone, sitting next to each other, Zoom, through a Christmas card, through an email, you're creating the magic of humanity and the magic of Christmas. And so it is. Merry Christmas.